Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another raid video. We're today on the test server, ready to go with a showcase of a brand new Void Legendary Champion. Not talking about the Fusion, but another one was added into the game. I'm so excited because this champion has the potential both in the dungeons and also the clan bosses, specifically the Hydra is what I'm thinking for. So without further ado, let's have a look at this brand new lizard called Sulfurion. Look at that, the fires, everything, the skulls all over the belt. This champion looks fantastic. I can't see a fault on this guy, and I really think, as always, the designers really love their job when they're designing these champions because they show how much effort they put into it. With that being said, let's get started with the showcase of his skills, and I'll show you the teams that I have built that really showcase his power, and especially the spider and the Hydra team, because, well, if he's on fire, then he puts the enemies on fire as well, right? That's what's gonna make you think about the potential of this guy. Volcanic Rend is his A1, fills these champions turn meter by 15%, also fills the turn meters of all allies except this champion by 10% when attacking a target under HP burn debuff. This means that he'll be boosting turn meter all the time with the amount of attacks that he'll be doing to the enemies, and 10% turn meter boost every time he attacks might seem low to you guys, but it's actually very strong when this is a no cooldown type of attack, right? It's a default skill. A2, this is what makes him shine since it's a 3-turn cooldown skill. When fully booked out, that does an HP burn plus an instant activation of that HP burn to the enemies, meaning instant damage. Instant damage plus HP burn for another 2 turns because he uses up the 1 turn, right? Then places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to the damage inflicted by the HP burn activation. The value of the shield buff cannot exceed 25,000 health. So that means he'll be doing damage and providing support not only with turn meter boosts so far and the shields. Fantastic champion so far. So definitely worth the void status, and the void status even makes him better because of the no weak hit potential, right? You still have the resisted chances, but I think he's okay, more than okay so far. Then he's got a revive on a longer cooldown though, 5 turns for a complete team revive plus 40% turn meter boost with 50% health is when he brings them back, and this provides him an extra turn. So basically it's a 4-turn cooldown, which also helps his other skill, his A2 cooldown, be reduced by 1 turn. So I can see Relentless Set being amazing on this guy. And then at the passive, Pyroclastic Boon fills the turn meters of all allies by 5% for each HP burn debuff placed. So not only will he boost the turn meter with the A1, he also can boost it through his passive for each HP burn placed. So the more enemies you have, the better. But honestly, the Hydra is when this is going to work, since whenever an HP burn debuff is activated, heals all allies by 5% of their max HP. Whenever an HP burn debuff is activated, heals all allies by 1% of their max HP. So he'll be healing, speed boosting, shielding, reviving. I can't see a fault on this guy. And then whenever an HP burn debuff is removed, places a 50% decreased resistance debuff on that enemy for 1 turn. Whenever an ally is killed by an enemy under an HP burn debuff, fills this champion's turn meter by 20%. So that helps him pick up the pace and get going on the revives, all right? And then increases this champion speed by 7 for each active HP burn debuff. Already a fantastic skill. Again, I cannot see the fault with this guy. I don't see the reason for him to not be the #1 champion in terms of the HP burn and support for you guys for the Hydra. If you pick him up, he's gonna be there for sure. Let me show you the team that I made though. So enough with the talk. I'll show you the team that I made for the Spider, which is I believe a record team. There's no way around going. I think with a faster PC I could get a lower time, but let me just show you quickly his gear. I won't show everybody else's gear since I don't think it's really important, but here's this guy, Sulfurion, on fire. I just have him with a lot of speed and a lot of accuracy and some defensive stats, and that's going to be for the Hydras, which I also think Relentless would be the ideal choice. So let's get going. This is just the gear. I didn't even bother with masteries, but I'll do them next for the hydras for the following up showcase. So spider, let's have a look. This is my normal team, right? And just have a look at the comparison with the teams. The simple fact that this guy allows for a 4-person team really brings in the potential for very, very fast times. So this one is my normal team where each and every champion has to go. We even wait for the small spiders to go, and I clear it out in 12 seconds, 5 turns. And you already see my best time there with the 4 turn and 9-second clear. Okay, let's have a look at the actual team. This is the actual team. Basically, the HP burn and HP burn activation followed up by 2 HP burn activations going in from Sisia and Artag. This is the only champs I've got with those kind of skills. I believe with Theodore, you can actually get it faster because Theodore has the fastest HP burn activation animations. I believe in faster than this guy. So let's get this run going. I believe with Theodore, you can get 8 seconds, even less maybe. Because look at that. There's the Heart Seeker. HP burns. Yeah, that Sisia is so slow. Wow. What happened here? Maybe we had like a resist. Fail. That is a fail if I've seen one. Maybe we had a resist or something. I can't see why that failed. I'll have to check the replay, guys. But yeah. Okay, let me show you the team again, and this time it will be the world record team. Okay, let's see. There's the A3 HP burn, boom, activation. There's the activation, 9 seconds. And I still think CCL's animations are too long. So if I had Theodore, that would have been an 8-second run. I still think that you cannot drop below the 4 turn because obviously you have 4 champions going. They all take their turn and that's how it counts. So I can't see how you can drop it to 3 turns and still have a reasonable time here. With like 9 seconds and 4 turns, I still think it's like the best. So let's carry on how I think he would be built for the Hydra. The build for the Hydra is here. This is the Relentless set. I would highly suggest not using this one for the Spider, but if you've built him already with the Relentless, it won't be unreasonable to also use him for the Spider. You just won't get that consistent speed in terms of the clears. So the Relentless, the reason for this is that you get that 18% chance to get an extra turn. That is very strong when you have short cooldowns such as the Blazing Barrier, which is his A2. You need that 3-turn cooldown to be reduced as quickly as possible. Plus the fact that he is a support, the revive will come in handy. He'll use this whenever possible. So let's go in and I'll show you the Hydra team that I'll have. It's a strong team already, so I don't see how he'll be on the top leaderboard in terms of the power that he has and the amount of damage that Acrisia can do, or even Husk because of the AoE max HP, but he's there as an additional support, helps with the revives in case things go wrong. So let's get this run going and see the play-by-play for a little bit and consider his utility and damage also. So there's the HP burn. We get that provoke going on. We already have at least 3 HP burns on the targets. The problem with, Hydra in general is possible resist that you get, but you still get that utility when he starts going in there for those extra attacks. Okay, you'll see the turn-meter boost on everybody right now. Fantastic. That was 10% extra turn-meter that we get. That makes the team way stronger. So I guess I'll let this run. I don't see how this guy will pretty much have anything else to do. I don't think he uses the revive. Let me just check. Look at that. There's a decreased resistance, although I don't think that's very useful. And it didn't remove it from everybody. I think he activated it or something. So let's have a look at. There's the provoke. Can he use the A3? No, he cannot use the A3, so he'll just be spamming that HP burn plus the activation for that instant damage potential. And that's it. It's kind of a very simple kit that he has. Very simple, but very effective. So I'll let this run and see how quickly we can get to that 1 key, which is around the 36.7 million. We'll end the run and see the recap of all the team's damage and of course what Sulfurion did for the whole team. And there we go, guys. This is the end of the run. Basically, we achieved the 1 key, and I've just remembered I didn't give this champ the mastery, so I might actually do. So let's end the battle, have a look at the damage dealt. And Sulfurion did a 6.2 million damage, way more than Husk, and considering we didn't even apply the War Master, I'm very pleasantly surprised. Obviously, Acrisia is the MVP here. I didn't expect Sulfurion to do more damage, but considering this is a support along the lines of Ugo, Krisk, and Sifi, like I'm running a 4 support team basically, which I wouldn't really need to do considering I have a Terminator booster now and I could boost my resistances. I could take away Sifi and add maybe something else for cooldown reduction to the team and have my Acrisia go crazy plus Sulfurion. It would make a much stronger team. But yeah, masteries would have been amazing for this champ right here. So the way that I would build the masteries for Sulfurion is I would probably go the way of War Master and not really care about extra stats here, like going additional resistance or additional accuracy. The reason for that is because this champ already has an AoE attack. That means big potential for solid damage throughout the Hydra run, which is where you would consider using this champion the most and take advantage of not only his void affinity, but also the fact that he is a support plus a damage dealer. So Cycle of Magic would work great on him. I would say Lore of Steel as well would help with the extra boost of speed through the speed set. And then Master Hexer is amazing. I don't think you need Sniper at all for whatever skill he has, since he lands the HP burns always. He wouldn't really take advantage of kill streak. So what I will go is probably for Spirit Haste here. In case somebody dies, you will have to revive them, but until that time you'll have extra speed. And I would go probably for either Heart of Glory or the Value of the Shield cast. So I would go for the Value of the Shield cast, since the A2 is what really helps. I'm not sure though if the shield can exceed the 25,000 mark though. So this was Sulfurion, guys. What do you think of this champion? I really enjoy the fact that good void champs are added into the pool. This is definitely a solid one. It's not on par with Acrisia, of course, and Taraz and Marichka, I would say, but for what he does, I could compare him with other void champions we recently had. Yes, I'm looking at you, Supreme Elhain, and Supreme even Supreme Kale is not that great. Only Supreme Galek, I would say, is the best out of the 4. So yeah, Void Champ, definitely a difficult one to get. You gotta get lucky, and you gotta get extra lucky to specifically get this one. But I still think he is a really strong one. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!